Hey gang, how you all doing? It's Batman here from isometrictraining.com and thewayofthesamurai.com. If you haven't seen that, you should go check that out. It's kind of cool. Um, it's where I talk about all this cool martial artsy stuff because I'm a big fan of the martial arts. And in fact, I have just gotten finished with two really, really good sessions with my sensei, my teachers. This is one of the methods of exercise that I really, really enjoy. And it's one of the reasons why I do isometrics. It's to be strong, to do these forms, to do these exercises, to train in these martial arts techniques. That's my big one of my big jams is doing that kind of stuff. And we just got done with a load of digital sessions with my sensei. We had like something like 30, 40 people there. And that was really, really cool. And I got a lot of really great personal instruction and coaching. And that is phenomenal. There is nothing better than good coaching. And I would know. Not only do I have great coaches myself, but I'm a pretty good coach too. So yeah, I just got done with all of that. We were looking at Jodo, which is the art of using a Japanese staff. A lot of deep stances, a lot of the biggest use of isometrics in that is a position called iaigashi, which is a half crouched position. So your knees are bent and so you're constantly in a kind of a semi-squat position, and then you're moving through that into different lunge positions, and that's probably the biggest use of isometrics in that. And of course, we have what are called kamae. Kamae are stances that we take in the martial arts, which are held in an isometric position, but these are transitory things. But they're very, very important, and they can have a really good psychological impact on you too, which is kind of awesome. And within the martial arts, there are connections to religious and spiritual connotations to all of that as well, which is kind of interesting to delve into sometimes. And then I was doing a lot of iaido, which is Japanese swordsmanship. A lot of isometrics in that. So the isometric technique I showed you yesterday comes from iaido, comes from Japanese swordsmanship, and I hope you all tried that. I hope you felt your legs burning in the fire of awesomeness from that 3-level isometric. If you haven't done it, go check out the flowing block isometric video I did yesterday. It's a pretty cool technique. Really, really good one for working not only on your quads and your glutes, but also on your hips and your core stability. So it's a really, really, really good, complicated kinetic chain isometric sequence, which is just fantastic. So try that. That one comes from iaido. So I was doing lots of iaido today, which is Japanese swordsmanship. And this is not directly related to the practice of isometrics as much as the motivation for isometrics. One of the challenges that I have found as a strength coach, as a fitness coach, is finding the passion point of my trainees, of my clients, and helping them to discover the thing that really gets them excited. I mean, really excited, where they're just like, I don't feel right if I haven't done this every day. That type of passion, that type of enthusiasm, where they're at. One client described their teeth got itchy if they hadn't done their yoga routine. And I was just like, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So they were compelled. They felt they were missing out. They felt they weren't right in themselves if they hadn't done that particular yoga sequence. And I was like, this is awesome. This is amazing. That's exactly what I want. And that's what I want for you with your isometric training. I want you to have that kind of, I don't feel right if I don't do my isometrics. I got to do my isometrics, man. They're my thing. It's my jam. And finding that level of passion is very much connected to doing the things that make you joyful, doing the things that inspire you, doing the things that give you a grin on your face and make you, really excited to get up in the morning and because you're going to get to do this thing. And for me, that's martial arts. That's my big passion. I love doing the martial arts. So I use my isometrics to support my martial arts, and my martial arts inform my isometrics. So I do specific isometrics specifically for those arts. And that's wonderful because that's really exciting. I don't need to drag myself. I don't need to motivate myself. I don't have to force myself to do these things because it's what I want to do. It's what I'm excited to do. Now, that's not everybody's jam. Not everybody likes to do martial arts like that. Certainly not the weird ones I do. But maybe they enjoy hockey. Maybe they enjoy lacrosse. Maybe they enjoy baseball. Maybe they enjoy Tai Chi. Maybe they just like to do a little bit of samba. Maybe they just like to kick a ball around. Or maybe they just want to run around and play with their kids. Maybe they want to feel confident when they take their shirt off at the beach. Maybe they want to be able to express themselves in their yoga technique properly. Maybe they want to dance with the freedom of movement and expression. That's just wonderful. There are hundreds and thousands of activities you can engage in as a human being that bring you joy, that bring you enjoyment, that bring a sense of passion to what it is that you're doing. And if you can identify what those things are, and then identify how isometrics can help you enjoy that more, then you will never ever need to motivate yourself to train again. You'll never need to force yourself to do that workout. You're going to want to do it. And it won't be a question of, oh, I'm not really feeling like it today. I've got low energy. There are days I don't feel like training. There are days I don't feel like, I've got the energy to do it or the will to do it or want to do it. But then I'm like, I'm going to do it anyway because this helps me to do the thing that I love. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's why I'm going to do this thing. And then I go off and I do it. So it helps you transcend those days where the will is lacking, where the body is weak. It helps to give you that spark of energy and drive to achieve something and to do something. And that's incredible. And then you make it habitual, and then you never need motivation again. It's amazing. It's just habit. It's like brushing your teeth. You got to do your workout. Boom, done. My yoga routine's like that in the morning. I get up, I do my yoga, I do my isometrics, I do my foam rolling. It's habit. I don't need to think about it. And because it gives me the strength to do the things I love. It gives me the strength to live. That's incredible. It gives me the strength to be free. That's incredible. And particularly for someone who's dealing with a degenerative neurological condition like MS, where there is I wouldn't say a specter, I'd say a consideration that my nervous system could fail me, that my muscles could fail me, that my coordination could fail me. And every moment that it hasn't is a gift. So if I can do something now, I'm going to do something now, because the possibility is I might not be able to do it tomorrow. Now, I'm fully confident I will be able to do it tomorrow because I'm pretty good at fixing MS. So I'm not overly worried about that. But the thing is, it's not because I have an MS that's true. That's true for all of us. If you can do something now, do it now. If you can express yourself physically, express yourself physically. If you can walk, go for a walk. If you can run, go for a run. If you can stretch, stretch. If you can do it now, do it now. Because we don't know what tomorrow will bring. We don't know how we're going to wake up in the morning. We don't know what's going to happen if we go outside that front door. So many of us now have been struck down by the COVID virus. No one knew that existed in November. No one was thinking about, hey, I can breathe easily. That's great. We all just took that for granted. Hey, I can go for a run. That's great. I can go to the gym. That's awesome. And we take these things for granted. But the truth of the matter is, it can all go like that. So you got to seize the moment. You got to make the most of that moment. So if you can do it now, do it now. So have you done your isometrics yet? If not, go do it now. Because you don't know what life is going to throw at you next. That might, prevent you from doing that, prevent you from expressing that, prevent you from enjoying that. So I want you to give some consideration over the next week to the things that you're passionate about. What are you passionate about? What is the thing that makes you feel alive? What is the thing that gets you excited and wants you working? And how can you support that with your isometric practice? And if you have some cool suggestions and if you have cool ideas, or if you want to, really promote that affirmation, if you want to really emotionally key that in, write it down below. Let us know. Because I would love to know. I'm sure everyone else would love to know. What's your jam? What is it that excites you? What is it that makes you want to do stuff? What is it that you want to do now because you can do it now? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And I will be back tomorrow with more tips on how the isometrics and all that we do here can help you achieve that. You guys are awesome. And you gals are awesome. You're all just awesome people. And I love this stuff. It's great. And I will be back tomorrow to share more of that awesomeness and more of that love with you. So in the meantime, make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter to get more updates. I have a couple of cool new articles in the pipeline that are coming out for you. I've got a lot of really good questions recently. A few emails that I'm going to be talking about, which were really, really good. And yeah, um, yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on. Oh, Nelson says he's 60 years old and I do isometrics very hard, and my bicep is now 47. Josephina! 47 centimeters. Oh my god, that is the gun show! And I can curl just for a test 50 kg, 10, 12 reps, bench press 120 kilograms. Oh my god, man! Um, Casey. Oh, Casey fighting method is deadly. Batman uses that in. Oh, of course, Batman uses that. Of course, I use that. But that's the style that Christian Bale trained in for the Batman films. The Casey fighting method, the intelligent man method. Very, very cool system. Really enjoyed training in it myself. Kempo degree, black belt, fourth degree. Fantastic. That is awesome, Nielsen. My question is, until when I can work out hard? My question is, till when can I work out hard? Um, I will answer that. I will answer that for you. Maybe. I can. Well, I can't answer that one for you. That's going to be up to you. But I will give you a story that might inspire you. Um, One I often draw strength from. One I often really, really enjoy. And if you've heard this one, let me know. But there was a guy named Gaichin Funakashi, and he was the founder of Shotokan Karate. And he was awesome. And for many, many years, I kept Funakashi Sensei's portrait on my wall in my home dojo. And one of my favorite stories about Funakashi Sensei was he was getting very old. He was, I think, 2 or 3 weeks away from passing at this stage. And he was weak, so weak that he couldn't climb the stairs to his dojo. So students would pick him up and they'd bring him up the stairs, and he'd sit watching the class and observing and correcting things and stuff like that. And there was an interview scheduled for him, and the interviewer came up the stairs and he was practicing Uchiyuki, inside block, Uchiyuki, just over and over again, practicing Uchiyuki, trying to get that rotation of the forearm right, that movement of the shoulder, that timing, that just small isometric contraction there at the end, just to knock the opponents, deflect their energy off and stuff like that. So he's constantly practicing this Uchi Uchi. And the interviewer just is kind of watching this. He says, "Oh, Funakashi Sensei, we'd like to start our interview." And he just goes, "Yeah." And they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "I think I've nearly got this. I've nearly got this." I love that. I love that. I love the idea of that. The man who founded that system of karate, and he's training like that, and he's just like, the last moments of his life, he's still working on that. He's still training. He's still doing it. That's incredible. So my answer is, go as you can when you can. Within the realms of, obviously make sure you're doing your proper, you're not overtraining, make sure you're getting proper recovery, all of those caveats. But the larger principle of it is you do it for as long as you can, man, because you're a goddamn legend with your 47 centimeter biceps. Holy crap, man. That's amazing. Yeah, a lot of 6-year-olds don't have that. They don't have that. So that's very impressive, bro. Very impressive. I'm super proud of you. And then, there's another story like that, actually. This is a more martial artsy one, that I often tell to my students about mindset and stuff like that. It's a guy, Yagayu Munenori. He's a very famous samurai. Very famous. And the Yagayu come from the Yagayu Shinkageryu, which is their particular style of swordsmanship. And there's a really good book called The Life-Giving Sword that I would strongly urge everyone to read. It's a really good book on mindset, philosophy, and strategy, as how it relates not only to the sword, but to human being, and the nature of the life-giving sword and the sword that takes life, that type of thing. And it's a fascinating book. Really, really good. But Yagaya Munenori is outside in his front garden, okay? And he's doing keisegiri cuts, right? Keisegiri cut is a diagonal cut like this. Again and again and again, right? And he's doing this diagonal cut constantly, just doing this cut again and again and again, and the sweat's pumping off him. And one of the other students from the dojo is walking down the street, and he's walking by Munenori's house, and he sees Munenori in the front garden, just cutting and cutting, and the sweat pumping off him. And he's astounded. He's just like, my God, look at him. He's incredible. Every one of those cuts is perfect. Like, I've never seen such perfection. And he gets closer, and he just sees all this sweat just pouring down Munenori's face, and this intense, driven look on him. And he's cutting again and again and again, just non-stop, training as hard as he can. And as the student gets closer, he realizes that Munenori isn't just sweating. He has tears streaming down his face, just crying. Huge tears just rolling down his face with each cut again and again and again as these tears run down his face. And the student looks to him and says, Munenori sensei, why are you crying? And Munenori sensei cuts. Still not as good as sensei. Still not as good. Still not as good. And these were perfect cuts, way better than his masters. But it was that attitude. It was that constant quest to better himself, that constant drive, that passion to push himself, to never give in, to never be satisfied with where he was. I admire that. Not to the extent that it causes you an emotional crisis or pain. That's not good. But I just really like that imagery. It just speaks to me. Not there yet. Just like Funakoshi. Whole life, I've nearly got the hang of this. I think that's incredible. And that's how I approach my isometrics practice. That's how I approach my training. I keep going. I keep going. I take the moment because today I can. Today I can. And today is the day I beat the man I was before. Today is the day that I overcome what I could not overcome yesterday. And tomorrow I will overcome what I did not overcome today. And it's that constant sense of self-betterment. I like that. But you don't do it for you do it for the benefit of others. I'm stronger today so that I can serve more people. I'm stronger than I was yesterday so I can help more people. I am wiser today so I can help more people. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. It was a very inspiring history. Oh, thank you, Nelson. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think they're inspiring stories too. And you needed that inspiration today. Well, do you know what? I needed the inspiration to tell those stories, and you gave that to me. So, it's only fair. It's only fair, man. You're awesome. Keep it up. You're incredible. You're incredible. Keep going. Keep pushing. You're fantastic. And you're all fantastic out there. Anyway, I'm rambling at this stage, so I will see you all tomorrow. You're awesome. You're all awesome.